Maths Week 5, Friday, May the 15th. Today the concept is angles, and we're continuing on with angles. This will be our last session. Let's have a look at the information for parents and students. The PowerPoint for each day includes tasks from different year levels. This is to cater for the wide range of abilities in grade 3 and 4. There might be a YouTube link, a warm-up or tuning in activity, and there'll always be an independent task for you to attempt. Students can choose which level to work on depending on their ability. They should choose a level where the work is not too easy or too hard. Let's have a look at the learning goals. For level 3, the learning goal is to identify angles as a measure of turn and compare angle sizes in everyday situations. The learning goal for level 4 is to compare angles and classify them as equal to, greater than, or less than a right angle. And the learning goal for level 5 is to estimate, measure, and compare angles using degrees. We have 2 tuning in or warm-up activities here. So you can just copy and paste these links into your browser. And of course, this is also in an attachment, a PDF attachment, where you can just copy and paste these into your browser so you can attempt one of these warm-up skills. All right, let's move on to the task. Now, you'll also find in today's attachment that there is a PDF called Tangram Treats. And it's your job now to either print this off and cut out one of the Tangram Treats, or if you haven't got a printer, you might like to try and draw a tangram. What is a tangram? Well, a tangrams are 7 shapes that create a square when fitted correctly. Each tangram square has many angles within it, and that's why we're having a look at it today. So, for level 3 and 4, cut out a set of tangram shapes and create your own creature. Try some of the examples below or make your own. We've got the swan, we've got a cat, and we've got a lot more over here. I personally like the turtle. When you have decided on your favourite, glue it into your maths book. And now you're going to label all the angles on your animal as acute, obtuse, or a right angle. Count up the number of angles and how many do you have of each. So for example, if I'm looking at the swan, I might look at the first triangle and there's 1 acute angle, so I might mark that in blue. There's a right angle here, I might mark that in green. There's another acute angle here. So I'm looking at all the different angles in my favourite animal. Okay, count them up as well and see how many you've got. I wonder which angle you have the most of. Now, if you're working on level 5, I'm going to move on to level 5, and there's an extension task for you to do. However, if you're working on level 3 and 4, you might like to pause on this slide so you can start your work. Good luck. Now, for people working on level 5, this is an extension task. First of all, you will need to follow the instructions as per level 3 and 4 to create your very own tangram animal. Now, I've also attached a YouTube clip, and it talks about how you measure angles in degrees. So play the YouTube clip and then carefully cut out the protractor. So this here is a protractor, and you would have seen this being used in the YouTube clip. Now, once you've cut this out, and don't forget to cut out the inside bit as well, now you have a protractor. And now you can have a go at measuring your angles on your animal. You might like to number them and then write the name of the angle and the degrees it is. Now, all that sounding a little bit complicated, I've got an example here. So once again, let's just say that I've used my swan. And I'm going to look at my first angle here. This angle is a right angle, and a right angle is measured at 90 degrees. So I'm going to write in my book, next to my animal, 1, right angle, 90 degrees. The next angle I find is this one here, at number 2. Now I know that this angle is less than 90 degrees and therefore it's an acute angle. Now I use my protractor to measure how many degrees is my acute angle. So don't forget to match up with your vertex on the center point, and the baseline of your protractor goes on the baseline of your angle. Now because this angle is moving anti-clockwise, I'm going to start on the numbers on the outside. And I would come all the way around to 45, and I would find that this angle at number 2 is 45 degrees. Now don't forget, your protractor is also attached as a template for you to print and for you to cut out. If you haven't got a printer, then you might just like to estimate your angles on your animal by looking at the protractors here. You can also open up the template and have a look a bit closer at the protractor and the degrees and how to use it, and it might help you make some really good estimations. So have a bit of fun with that. Now that you've finished your angles activity and our unit of angles is now finished, where to from here? Next week, we will be looking at volume and capacity, and it'll be our first session on the Thursday of volume and capacity. Bye for now.